Hi, my name is Heather, and yeah, I'm from Iceland, so, don't even try to pronounce my name. I could say my full name, but you wouldn't understand it anyways. Um, I guess in English my name would be Heidi. um, anyway, so I wanted to make a video. I don't know why I wanted to do it now. I should be doing something else, but I just felt the need to do this right now. I didn't like create this channel to talk about things like this or talk about anything. Um, I wasn't planning on putting like covers on here, but I did. Um, anyway, it's just been really heavy on me lately because I've been dealing with all sorts of issues, and one of those is self-harm, and I wanted to talk about that a bit. I'm not gonna make this a long video because I don't have time anyway, but who knows, maybe this will end up being a 10-minute video or something. But anyway, I just wanted to say that just there's so many people dealing with self-harm, and I think and people who aren't um doing it or dealing with it themselves, or even people who know someone who is, or their family member is, or their child or whatever, they still don't understand, because you never really fully understand it until it happens to you. I didn't understand it either. Sometimes I don't even understand it still, and I've been I've been self-harming for probably almost 10 years now. I've been cutting for a little over 6 months, but I remember and I never even thought about I didn't even know that what I was doing was self-harm, or if it even had a name. And I just remember being 10 years old or something, and like pulling my hair, or scratching myself, or hitting myself, or doing all sorts of things, and I just remember doing it. I don't even remember why or what. I didn't even think about it, and nobody knew, and because then it didn't leave any permanent scars or anything. But now, since I've been cutting, which hasn't been that long compared to some others, but it's still it's been really intense, and it didn't take me long to become addicted to it. And I just I guess I just wanted to talk about, maybe in this video, for people who maybe not necessarily people who are doing it or have done it, and in that perspective, but people who haven't done it and don't really understand, and and there's this you know I don't know, people just have this image of what a cutter is, or a self-harmer, and some people just some people are just stupid, and some people just don't know better and think just oh, those are just emo goth people, and why don't you just kill yourselves already, and stuff like that. But like it really offends me when people say that, because I mean, it's not just one type of person who self-harms, it's all kinds of people. I mean, it could be a really popular person who's like the most popular person in school or something, and they're like, I don't know, like for example, like a cheerleader who is dating the football captain or whatever, and she's like really popular and seems like to have this perfect life and everything, and you know, she has no problems, like she has nothing to complain about. She's, you know, she has rich parents and she has a lot of friends and she has like a hot boyfriend and all that, but still, like, I mean, on the outside it can look like she's like really happy and everything, but on the inside she's like really hurting, and um that is just like self-harm and depression. That's what it's all about. Like, you know, from my own experience, I have been like really good at hiding my real feelings, and I can put it like a smile on my face and pretend to be all happy, um, when on the inside I just feel like dying inside. Like I am so unhappy, but I have to pretend to be like really happy. Um, and you know, I've gotten really used to that, so I know all about that, and just it's all kinds of people who self-harm. It's not just, you know, girls, teenage girls, it's guys too, and people of all ages, you know. It's just, it's all kinds of people. I myself is I'm 20 years old, and well, I was 19 when I started cutting, but like I said, when I started self-harming I was probably 10 or something. um Sorry, I have a little cold, so yeah, not the best time to do this video, but anyway, like I hope I'm not just like rambling here, but like I just really think that things like self-harm there needs to be like more awareness, and because people just don't understand, and they're just not, um they just don't know enough about it, and they just make assumptions, and you know, they just don't know and they don't understand, and I think it just needs to be like some real awareness and attention to this, because it's a real problem. I mean it's very addictive. It's just like any other addiction, just like alcohol or drugs or whatever. It's, you know, as soon as you start, I mean, it's really hard to stop. I mean, I could feel like right away after the first time I did it, like I could feel just like the urge to do it again. And every time like I was feeling depressed or whatever was going on, and I just felt the urge to harm myself. Of course, it's not healthy and it's not normal, but I mean, turning to alcohol isn't normal either, or drugs. I mean, that isn't even better. Like, I mean, it's just the same. I mean, it's just like a way of coping. I guess I could say, um, and I think like for me and for like most people who self harm, we're not doing. I just want to clear it up to people that we're not doing this for fun, and we're not doing this for attention. Okay, if we were doing this for attention, we would do this right in front of your face, and we wouldn't be hiding our scars, like wearing long sleeves and or wearing um, wristbands or whatever to hide our scars, and you know, we're ashamed of it. I mean, most of us are. There are some people who are like doing it for attention or stuff, but most people are not. Most people are ashamed of it. Um, I think we shouldn't be ashamed of it, but we shouldn't be proud of it either. Like right now, where I'm at is at this stage, because my whole family already knows, and my closest friends, so I'm not like really hiding it anymore. Um, so I'm not afraid to like show my scars in front of people. I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm not like proud of it either. I don't go around like, hey, look at my scars, like, you know. But of course, like, we're not doing this to get attention, and I just want to clear that up because there are so many people who think that it is. And we're not like saying that. I mean, of course, everyone goes through tough times and stuff, and we're not saying that like what we go through is worse than what others go through, like, and people who say like, yeah, I've been through this and that, you know, but I still don't harm myself, I don't cut myself. And well, good for you if you don't. I mean, I say to people who don't harm themselves, like, just don't do it. I mean, don't start, because when you start, it's very, very, very hard to stop. I mean, it is possible, of course. I mean, you can recover, you can stop and be in recovery, but of course an addiction is an addiction, and it will always be there. Like, you can always relapse, but it takes a very strong person to like completely stop. And of course you can always relapse, but that doesn't make you weak. That just, if you can get through it and overcome it, I mean, that just makes you a whole lot stronger. Um, so anyway, and I just want people to understand. I mean, and like from my own experience, like, the reason why I started harming myself was just because there was so much going on in my life, so much pain and so much emotional pain, and I guess like the physical pain is still better than the emotional one. And I like, when I harmed myself, I felt better, and I felt like I was in control. Like, I was in control of my own pain. And like, I don't know, just feeling it and seeing the blood and everything. It's weird, you know, and you know, sometimes I barely even understand it myself, but you know, I mean, in that moment, it made me feel better. And I felt like I was like in control, and I felt like I was alive. And you know, like, people think on the opposite of like people who think that we're doing this, we're trying to kill ourselves or something. I mean, that's not, I mean, in most cases, that's not it. I mean, it's mostly the other way around. I mean, we're trying to feel alive, and we're trying to stay alive. And but then it like, I mean, it's just in that moment. I mean, in the long run, it doesn't make anything better, and afterwards it just makes you feel guilty and ashamed, and I mean, you feel horrible, and of course it's like no solution, and it's not healthy, of course it's not. But um but it's like, and it's just, and then it just becomes an addiction, and it's very easy to become addicted to it. And that's why I always say to people, like, just don't start. I mean, if you're thinking of making that first cut, or just harming yourself for the first time, just don't do it. I mean, you think that you're only gonna do it once, I don't have to, like, I can stop when I want, but it's not that easy. You can't stop when you want. Um, and it's really hard for people, like, to talk about it, because even though there's like more talk now than like even a few years ago, but still, like, people are so like judgmental, and they just don't understand at all. And I just want you to know that I just I mean, this is just such a big deal, I mean, this is really a serious matter, and it's not nothing to joke about. And I mean, self harm is just a coping mechanism, and it's just what people do to like release the pain. I mean, just like anything else, people use different stuff to do it. We take it out on ourselves, and we harm ourselves physically. Um, of course, it's not right. Of course, it's not healthy. But I think like people who are able to like overcome it, especially people who've been doing it for like years and years, and they're able to stop, and they're like trying so hard to stay healthy and in recovery. I just admire them so much, and I think they're so strong. And I don't think that you have any right to judge. I mean, because we're all like, none of us is perfect. Like, we all have our demons, and we all do this and that, and we all have like our things, that we do. And it's just, I mean, I don't judge alcoholics, or my dad is an alcoholic, and I mean, yeah, he's hurt me a lot in my family, especially because of his drinking. And that's actually a big part of like why I became so depressed in the first place, even though I can't blame it all on him. But still, I mean, it's not hard, but still, like, I have to understand that it's an addiction, and he can't help it, and like, he doesn't want to be this way. I mean, he really wants to stop, but he just can't. And I just have to be there for him, and just in, encourage him to get the help that he needs. And it's just like with self harm and people who go through that, or whatever you're going through. Just remember that you can always get better. I mean, and it will get better. I know sometimes it seems impossible, and like you have no hope left, but it is. And like, what has really helped me, or a person that has really helped me go through this, is Demi Lovato. She's been like such a huge inspiration to me. When she came out of treatment, she just like, I mean, it changed everything. I was a huge fan of hers before, but now I just, I can't even explain like how much she means to me. And I mean, she saved my life. I don't think I would be here today if it wasn't for her. Um, she's just an incredible person. I mean, her music is so inspirational, and she is so inspirational. She's the best role model I can think of, because she is like the perfect example that you don't have to be perfect to be like a role model. That's not what a role model is about. It's about like she went through like hell, but she still came out as strong as she could. And she went through so much with her eating disorder and her self-harm and bipolar, and just she went through so much. And now she just lost her father, and I can't even imagine what she's going through. But I mean, her courage and her strength, and her coming out just to help people, and like help people who have been through what she's been through. And it really just makes you feel so much better to know that like someone like that can get through it. If Demi can get through it, then I can definitely get through it. So, and no matter who it is, if it's Demi or someone else, or that you look up to, or that is an inspiration to you, I mean, or whatever is an inspiration to you or helps you go through it, I mean, whatever it is, you just know that you can get through it. And And now I'm talking to the people, you who are actually going through this, or know someone who is, or something. Whatever you're going through, whether it's self-harm or an eating disorder, or whatever it is, if you're suicidal, just know that you can get through it. I mean, there is hope. And please, if you're thinking about ending your life, please don't do it, because you are worth so much more. You are so beautiful, and you deserve to live. I want you to live, okay? Okay, so I just want to tell you guys that just I love you, and stay strong. Thank you.